everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Jeannie, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. Let me pull up my iPad so that way I could at least um, chit chat with you all because we're going to do a diary of a nail tech. I haven't done one of these in a long time, okay? But we're going to do one. I have plenty of topics, but this one I'm excited to talk about. So I'm gonna wait to let a few more people come in. Turn that down. Hello, hello, hello. Hey, Erica. Hey, Soulful and Sinful. How are you ladies doing? All right, I'm just trying to get my iPad up so that way I can, instead of reading the comments on my phone, I can actually read them on my iPad. So, hope you ladies are doing good. Okay. This is going to be fun and good. I'm hoping so. I mean, I'm hoping to get a little interaction with you all. So yeah, I mean, it's been a while since I have done my diary of a nail tech, and for the most part, if you all have been following me for a while, you already know the diary of a nail tech is based off of experiences that I have been through as a nail tech, and actually some experiences before I was a nail tech or a licensed nail tech. But I just think it's funny seeing how these topics actually play into hand. Now, again, these are based solely on my experiences. We're going to talk about it. And then obviously, as you saw, oh, oh no. Well, stay safe. I'm sorry you all are experiencing that weather. Yes, please stay safe. Hey, Lena, how are you? So yeah, this is pretty much based off of my experiences and some things that I have been through. Now, of course, I'm going to give you all what I would do, and I like to hear, feedback from you all. So don't feel like one way is the right way or the wrong way, because it's just what we would do, right? So yeah, so as you saw by the title, this is Diary of a Nail Tech, episode 8. This is called Why You Tippin'? And obviously it says why you tipping, so it's going to be about tips. Hey Nikki, how are you? Do you tip your nail tech? Would you tip your nail tech? What constitutes you to give extra to your nail tech, right? So obviously we know everybody's money is important, and how you spend your money, is your thing, right? So why do you tip? So for me, I can say that I tip because this is their job, right? This is their job. This is their livelihood. This is how they pay bills, or maybe even get more nail products, right? So I always tip. Now, what constitutes for you all to tip? Do you just tip because? Do you tip do you tip because it's just a habit of nature? Do you tip because she slayed your nails? What if you didn't like your nails? Do you not tip? I've always wondered that, like with obviously I'm not the clients, but for me, again, I can only speak on me, is that I have always tipped no matter what it may be or what it is. So I'm just kind of curious. Okay, so you start out, let me read this, see. I don't want to be squinting at this phone. You start off with a tip, but if you keep it or get more, depends on them. Okay, so what would you define as a tip? Like, okay, Gina. Hey, Gina, how are you? I don't tip if my nails look like trash. Okay. So if you start out with a tip, so are you saying like you already know, your, let's reverse, let's back it up a little bit. So when you go get your nails done, do you know what you're booking for? Do you actually know how much your nail tech is charging before your appointment? Do you know her price list? Do you already go in there with saying, oh, I know these nails are going to be $85 and I'm not going over 85, but she'll get a $5 tip. And also, where do we start at? Start at with tipping. Is it $5 like we used to do back in the day? Is it $10? Is it $15 now? Like, times have changed. So, um, I always tip in any service profession. Okay, I like that. Oh, I'm doing well, Gina. Thanks for asking. Okay, so I used to be the type that depends on the service, but now I'm a tipper no matter what. Okay, okay, I like to hear these things. And I'm not opposed to what Gina has also said as well. I don't tip if I don't like my nails. Okay, so Gina, I'm gonna throw it back in your court. Do you tell your nail tech I don't like what you did? Or do you sit there and just let her do the service? Like, are you looking at your nails? My nails are not done. Are you looking at your nails as she's doing them, and are you giving her options on what she could do or change, or are you just letting her go with the flow and just do it? Soulful and simple. I always tip something to anyone who's accept tips. I tip well when the service is done well, and when I'm treated well and respect, not necessarily based on perfection, but based on the overall. Okay, okay, okay. I like that. I do tip better if the service is awesome. Okay, it depends if I let them freestyle or if I have an idea in mind. I would tell him before my budget after getting hit with a big bill before. Yeah, I know that all too well. Yes, Jeannie, that's where the 15% or higher comes into play. Okay. I do look at my nails while it's being done. If something don't look right, I address it. Okay, I like that. Wonderful. Because some clients will sit there, let you do the service, and don't say, hey, on second thought, I'm not liking, what you just did. Can we just not do that? They'll sit there and let you complete the service, and then we'll never know that you didn't like the nails if you don't speak up, right? Hey, Nay, how are you? You cut me, I'm deducting. That's actually next. Um, okay. 15% bare minimum. I only go if I can afford to tip, or I don't go. All service industries. More if the service was amazing. I like that, right? And I especially like what you said. I only go if I can afford to tip, or I don't go. So I like that part, right? Because I'm the same way. Like, if I can't afford to go over my price, because you just never know, right? Then I'm just not going to go. I mean, I have to be prepared for these things. Yeah, I may be a little shocked, you know, towards the end of my service or at my service. But, I mean, I just want to make sure that I have enough money to cover what I'm going to get done. Okay. So I like that. Okay, and then also Erica, piggybacking off of, hold on, but sometimes you have to let them finish because you don't know how it would turn out. Right, well, I'm saying before, so like if, they doing gel polish or a design or something, before they tell you to put your hand in the lamp, I know I'm guilty because if I'm, got my arm out and then she says, well, put that in the lamp, I'm going to do one of these and I'm going to look and then be like, oh, that looks good. And then I'm going to put it in the lamp. So, but I guess maybe not a lot of people would also do that. Some people are the quiet type and they won't say anything, So yeah, I get that. I went right on or right after payday. Yep. Yep. I feel like I has 8 or 9 fingers to say I'm not. Hello. you I know you looking. Like, I know we may be in our phone and, while we sitting there, with the hand out, but I mean, she gonna tell me pop that in the light. I'm gonna do a quick 1, 2, 3, and then I'm gonna pop it in the lamp. So I do agree with that. Okay, so how much? I know you all say 15%, right? Um, do you feel like people should not tip 15, at least 15%? Or is, I know I get when they said that should be standard in the industry, sir, the service industry. I'm sorry, but do you feel like people will not tip the 15%? I've said that before, and he said this is just the base design, and I got you. Okay, that used to be me. I didn't say anything, but now that I am in the other end, I ask questions. Okay. No, 15% is when it's the worst service. Okay. Tip what you can afford, but tip. Okay, so if someone tipped you $3 for your services, that you say you slayed hard, long and hard, you gave the client exactly what they wanted, and they say, oh well, you hit them with the bill, say it's $95, and say they give you a $3 tip, would you be okay with that? Because you're obviously going to know, like, because they're going to say, what's my total, right? I'm going to say 95. And then, of course, either you cash or Zelle or Cash App, whatever, however. And you, as the nail artist, would see $3 additional, right? So you'll see a $98 payment to you. How would you feel? Anybody. How would you feel if it was just the $3 and you'd be like, whoa, $3? How would you take that? 100% people will look for, yeah, bad service not to tip. I got what you meant. Nay said, I used to be a server and couldn't stand when people would write a life tip. Oh, not a life tip. Ooh, and leave some change, even if it's 10%. Now that, yeah, that's terrible right there. That's terrible. I'd feel insulted knowing my quality. Keep the $3. I mean, it's a tip, right? So what if you did have a client, that would upset me. Yeah, yeah. But, maybe some people don't recognize your worth, right? And to see $3 come up, I don't know what I would do. I never seen that before, but that would be terrible. In real life, I would be mad as hell. I did a party, and the mother said I threw the best hoe she ever had. They have tipped you $5. Yeah. Soulful says a tip is a tip, though. I think I would be okay to accept the tip, but would question in my mind why. Okay, would you ask the client why? Or you just gonna take the $3 and chalk it up? I was gonna say something else, but we're gonna leave it at that. They will know my worth when they aren't allowed to come back. Okay, but they did pay the 95, so they paid actually what your services were worth. So would the $3 insult you more than what I want to say? Will the $3 insult you more than having them to come back in your chair, because they did pay the price? Now, let's throw this out there. I like this. I like the way that this is going. Do you feel obligated as a nail tech, nail enthusiast? You do your sister's nails, auntie nails, cousin nails, whoever nail. Do you feel like they are obligated to tip? Her husband asks, will she tip me? He gave me $100. Okay. I used to waitress, so tipping is a sore spot to me. I'm so sorry. Yeah, it is. It's a crazy topic. And like I said, Speaking for me, I have had clients that did not tip, but they paid what I charged them for all of it. Now, whether they felt like what I charged them for was correct or not, it's my price. And you know, I have said this plenty of times to everybody. Your price is your price. No one should affect your price. It is what it is, right? But sometimes maybe I feel like my clients are right at the part where they can afford to come. Maybe, I don't know. And I'm nobody to question their pockets. You're grown. I don't worry about your money except for my money, right? Or the Mr. Money, right? I don't count nobody's pockets. So I wouldn't block them. It is what it is. You're right. They paid they paid the service price. They did, yeah. But I do get it. I do get it. So I hear you, Nay. I hear you. And nobody is right or wrong here. This is obviously just for discussion. I used to have a regular customer who, no matter what his bill was, never tipped more than 10 cents ever. Hello. Oh. Hey, Alicia. How are you? Okay. So listen. Now, I feel like if someone is doing you a service, you should tip, especially if they aren't charging you. Okay. Okay. What was your last question? I don't even know what my last question was. um, I think what I asked was that, do you still, I think when I was talking to Nay, I had asked her, do you still let them come back because they paid your price? Like a tip is a tip, right? A tip is just like an extra bonus for you, or if they, well, in my opinion, right? Let's go there. All these are opinions, not facts. Uh, Nay. Would you still let them come back and book with you? Is a tip required for getting your nails done? Or do you feel like you're coming to just get your nails done, whatever the person says, that's what I'm paying? Let's go with that question, because I don't remember what I said. To your question, if I would say something, I can't say exactly I would, but I would ask them what they loved about the service. Okay. You asked if we would charge family. Okay. My dad doesn't tip. I read that wrong there. I thought you said you would. Then I would ask what you didn't like about the service. Okay. Okay, I can see that. And what if they told you some things that they didn't like about the service? How would that make you feel? Would that make you change the way that you do things? Or would you just change for that particular client? My mother-in-law always tipped me. Yes, my parents, well, when they come to get their pedicures done, they always give me a tip. And they bring me food. So, neither here nor there. So, it's all in delivery. I like that. I like that. Okay. Okay. I like that. I like this conversation. I mean, money is always a tough topic to talk about, right? Because as nail techs or nail enthusiasts, we spend all this great money on gel polishes, stickers, and dust collectors, and nail lamps, and other tools, and brushes, and, you know, like, I mean, it's hard to say that should be a requirement, like a tip should be a requirement. Or what if you have a client, here's a question, what if you have a client and you've been doing her nails for so long and you already know she doesn't tip at all? Her next service, would you include her tip? Let's ask that. Would you put a tip in your price? Just off GP for anybody. Would you do that or no? As we say, gratuity for restaurants, I think it's over 15 people. Gratuity is automatically included over parties of 15. Could be 10 based on where you live at, but let's talk about that. Hey, Sammy, long time no see. How are you, hun? You could always offer an after service questionnaire that could be left anonymous that allows customers to give you feedback without being on the spot. Okay, I like that. I like that. How would you approach them with that? Like, you would just maybe give them an email to submit to? Okay. An email to submit to, maybe a QR code to scan, um, and whatnot. Would you do that? Well, I mean, I definitely could see that. Like, if you are like booked and busy, but if you have like maybe one client out the week or two clients out the week, you would have either one of two surveys, right? So, oh, we miss you too, Sammy, but I know you booked and busy over there, girl. Nails is looking real good. So, I get that too. So then, what if they did submit some feedback that you didn't like? Would you take that to heart? So yeah, the salon I used to go to had a box by the register. Okay, was that salon real busy? I understand. Yep, I like that too. Yep, customers may not know you have limited clients unless you discuss that openly. I agree. I definitely agree. You cannot get offended by feedback as a business owner. I 1000% agree. That's why I think it's also good to kind of know your clients or your clientele as well. So that way you know some things like, if they say freestyle, right? And you know they don't like the color purple. Don't use purple on their nails, right? At least for me. I can't speak for me. I'm sorry, I can't speak for you all, but I can speak for me. Like, I wouldn't include that in like a freestyle because I know they're not a fan of purple unless I said, hey, I know you don't like purple, but I got this really pretty lilac color and I'm thinking about doing some flowers, and why don't you try it out? Or I'm gonna let you try this purple out free of charge, right? I may deduct $5 for using the purple, right? Maybe. These are all just ideas. I just, as soon as I looked over to my to my right, no, I just saw light purple, a lilac color. So I just picked the color what I saw. My eyeballs went over to the right. I like all colors. Um, who doesn't like purple? uh, an email or QR option would be great because it aligns better with the digital age we are in. I do agree. People work more from their phones or devices than anywhere. Correct. Oh, Erica's saying she's not a fan of purple, but I have shades that she likes. Okay. It was just an example. No particular color left behind, okay? But just saying, like, what if you did have a client that um, didn't like a specific color? I wouldn't use it on their nails. I'm starting to like purple more now. Yes, get into these colors. Get into these colors. Okay. I was joking, but I understand. Definitely have to read the. Yeah, so, or maybe you have them to, let them know things things that they don't like before you get started. Or maybe have a survey first, just like is Soulful is saying, a survey, like, tell me about what you like and dislike, right? Like, someone may not like Mickey Mouse and you may want to do a Mickey set. So, it's some things you have to roll with. Childhood drama behind that purple dislike. Okay. 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 So here's another topic, right? What if, do you automatically, I'm sorry, not what if, do you automatically go to your nail tech or the nail shop with a certain amount of money? in your pocket, I know for me, I can only speak to me. For me, I would at least go with the 150 because I know the type of person that I am. I like all the bling. Give me some extra stuff. Give me a good duck tip with some good crisp shaping. Hey Jesse, how are you? Um, you know, I like all the bells and whistles, and I like for my nails to be, you know, stand out some. And I like charms, and charms are, you know, not on the cheap side, but you know, I would say at least go with at least 150 because these sets nowadays, especially from a good nail tech who can slay some nails, um, yeah, I would just go with at least expecting to spend 150. Period. Well, at least I know in Chicago that's how it is. When I used to go, I went with a number in mind not to go over. Okay. Okay. Go with a budget. Yep. It's always mindful to go in with the budget. So, what about if you feel like the nails that that person did is not worth what they're asking? Like, I hate to say it, what if it's like a basic set? Or let's do a basic French tip. Do you all have a set price for a basic French tip? Like, does it go by length? Or does it matter by the length? Does it matter by the shape? A basic French tip, what would you charge? There's a lot of that in the nail industry. Yes, it is. Mm-hmm. Basic French tip, maybe on, let's do medium set. Let's do a medium set. Because I know I charge by length. Yep. Go by length. Yep. Because that's going to set the base for any nails. French starts at 55 for short. I like that. So if I'm not going to my regular person, I'm watching me sit in a new chair. Did I read that right? I probably read that wrong. Let me read it here. So if I'm not going to my regular person, I'm watching being sit in a new chair. Oh, so you're watching that person on how they're doing your nails. Okay. Okay, we medium I charge 65 if it's a French. Okay. Wonderful. We are in deep discussion, y'all. But should have hit that like button. Thank you. Appreciate you, Lena. Topic is getting real deep because money is a hot subject. I was basic short French square round lady, and 35 was a fair few years ago. Now I know how much everything costs, so 45. Okay. I only ever get mine plain and then I dazzle them up at home. Okay. Like the cheap white French tip with no color, with clear over. Okay. No, I'm watching the other text before I sit. Oh, okay. Okay. Services should have a base price and a design and a length to add to. Yep. Okay. All right. We're pretty much all on the same page. I like that. I like that. So what's the highest do you think that you would tip somebody? Like, I know we obviously talked about the 15%, but would you go over that if you felt like she really did these? Like, I love this. Like, would you do like a $25 tip? Because I have actually been watching TikTok, of course, right? And I see where they say, well, guess how much this price said? You know, oh, the set was $135 plus a $25 tip, right? So, you know, $50 was the highest I paid. Okay. That's a nice amount of tip. I don't think I've ever gotten a $50 tip. The most I've gotten was a $25 tip. And I was very shocked when I got it. So, not trying to say that my work isn't good, but you know, I never really thought anybody would go over like the $10 or the $11 mark, you know, based on what you are getting done. I'm having in my in my head the entire service. You said, okay, she put one charm on this hand here, and I think her price list said $2 for a charm, so that's $2. And then, well, let me see, I'm gonna get one on her. I'm gonna get one more on my ring finger, so that's gonna be another $2. That's $4. So you're watching. I like that. You're a silent watcher. Watch well, just thinking in your head, not actually silent watching her, but you know. The most I ever received was a $20 tip. I don't standard tip. I usually go around the reasonable. Okay. How do y'all handle a potential client that message you and doesn't have the decency to say hello and demand how much for a set? I typically don't respond to those people, but I've been getting that a lot. So, speaking for me, and then all the ladies can also chime in as well. Speaking for me, I guess it's the Capricorn in me. It will forever be the Capricorn in me. Hi, how are you? I'm doing very well. Thank you for asking. And the set that you're asking for is $85, or it starts at $85. Let me know how you would like to proceed, because I'm not going to miss out on no money, but I'm going to tell you about your respect in the beginning, and then hopefully you'll get it. Again, it's the Capricorn in me. I ain't going to miss no money, but I'm going to tell you how to do it the next time so you'll know. Hey, Nance, how are you? The most I ever received was $20 in a tip. Okay, Jeannie. All right. Whichever is higher. Well, that's on my nails. I gave $150 tip for the tech that gave me a mani and pedi to Akira and 5 of her friends. Okay. I don't think the client has the right to tell you what you should charge. Okay. Exactly. I do the same bit. I'm just saying. I mean, I like that you like my work and you want to come to me and come sit in my chair. But let's start with, hey, how you doing? Sorry to bother you. You know, it's just called respect in your DM, right? Like, I know you want to get your nails done, and I appreciate that. Hello, how are you? Let's start off with courtesy first. Sorry to bother you. I was looking at your set, and I want to know how much this is, right? So even when I try to, you know, go get my hair done, and I'm sending a DM to the girl I go get my hair done by. Hey, how are you? Sorry to bother you. I was wondering if you had availability here for this. It's all about setting the tone. So I won't miss my money, but I will show you how you should enter a conversation through action. I like that. Respect is everything. Yes. Yep, it is. So that would be something from me to you, Sammy. Get that money, but respectfully let them know. Hey, just say hello. It's okay. I'm a human. Hi. I'm not a robot. I would love to do your nails, but hi, how are you? Okay, no problem. That part. So, oh, it's okay. Welcome back, Nikki. So yeah, I think we kind of covered a lot. Do you think prices reflect locations? Absolutely. I believe that. Hey, Kiara, how are you? I do believe that, you know, and again, I don't know where everybody is from, but typically I know they say that in the South, it's a little bit cheaper, but I don't know that for sure. Okay, that's just the stigma that they run with. But yes, I believe that you should set your price based on where you live, because this is how you make a living, right? You got to be able to pay your bills and get more nail stuff and compensate for what you spent on all this beautiful product that you have. So, so yes, I believe that you should set your price based on where you live. You also need to do a breakdown of the amount you spent on your products. Like, yes, maybe, your young nails, 660 660 gram is $65 where you live at. So you need to kind of think about how many clients that will let you use that 660 grams for, and then break that down in the price. So, and don't compare your prices to other people either. Like, again, as I said before, your price is your price. What you charge is based on your worth. So, I saw a lady selling resin jars and had me thinking, should I increase my prices? Okay, well, it depends on where that other resin creator is located, right? But I wouldn't say don't worry about what other people charge. I'm just saying it for me, because yes, I'm just gonna be 100, which is the only way I know how to be. But like, just because you see somebody else with a higher price doesn't necessarily mean that they're getting the clients or people are buying. So I'm not trying to tell you to undercut your work, but I'm trying to tell you, figure out how much you paid for that resin jar, if they use colors, glitters, all that stuff, and take into accountability of, okay, well, this mold cost me $5, right? I could probably get a few molds or jars out of this. So much it's $5 for that. Then I may do like an extra $2, right? So you kind of just have to figure that out. I can't tell you how much you should charge, but talk it over with your household. I agree, because if you want that Gucci bag, you're gonna get that, and will. And will. For me this year, I changed my prices a small bit, but I inform my clients at the end of the year of the changes. Yeah, and I think, you know what, every year you should change your prices anyway, because the price of living is going up. Okay, it's not going down. I'm just saying. I'm late, but I agree. Don't forget to hit that like. Thank you. Like, your home rent is typically $1,200 and booth rent is $600, hypothetical, plus products, utilities, etc. You have to charge what you need. Yeah, and quality. Yeah. Oh, thanks. Soulful and Sinful, appreciate it. Yes, it's been a while since I've done one of these lives, but I'm trying to get back in the swing of things with doing my diary of a nail tech. I have other episodes from previous when I think I have 7. This is episode 8. So I like to talk about real life experiences that have happened to me, and in a good way, maybe some in a bad way, but it's just good to talk about it. You should charge labor and 3 times the material cost of what is recommended plus packaging costs. Okay. She also has to pay for the site. Yep. You also have to figure that cost out. What is it per year or per month? Because that's a price, an expense that you are having without making any sales. So you need to kind of think about that. Correct. Epoxy is very expensive. Yes. I know, that's sad. TikTok is leaving. I am distraught. Because now what I'm going to do at night when it's time to go to bed. You're right. See, Kiara's even sad too. See, and I don't get that. And I'm not the type of person to talk politics. However, y'all worried about TikTok when y'all should be worrying about the price of living. Oh, okay. Look, that's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's it. Y'all can't even take away student loans. Okay, that's it. I'm sorry. All right. Um, yeah, I ain't gonna talk about that no more. I ain't gonna talk about nothing no more. But I really don't. I don't really do TikTok. Oh my gosh, TikTok is where it's at. Like Instagram has good reels, but TikTok have me rolling. Okay. I'm super sad because that's where I get my music. Yes, you have a lot of nice creators on there that make like different mixes of music, so I get that too. Yeah. Hey, Belinda, how are you? So yeah, well, I'm glad that we did have this conversation about why you tipping. Um, oh no, not the FIG. We will survive without TikTok, but IG is dead in the water nowadays. Yeah, yeah. I mean, we gonna survive anyway, cause I mean, I use TikTok as an outlet for creativity to watch other creators. So, I mean, I'm sad that that's gonna go because, like I said, there's bigger issues in the world besides worrying about us scrolling and getting more information on TikTok than we get in the news. So yeah, I don't know what I'm doing or how to navigate. So I'm like, oh, don't worry, I'll show you how to do that. I can't even keep up with Instagram and YouTube. Yeah, we all got lives and things going on, and sometimes it's hard to keep up with social media. Sometimes people need a break from social media, which is understandable. So yeah, I get all that. TikTok has my cooking game on. See, look, everybody loves TikTok. Right, TikTok is where we get the good tea. Of course. Um, but I do have a question. Okay, Jeannie, what's your question? I'm gonna try to bring these Diary of a Nail Tech videos back every Friday. Don't hold me to it though, because my job is very demanding. My full time job, like, um, but don't hold me to it. But I have lots of topics. I think I have 7 more topics in my arsenal of videos that I want to talk about. So I'm trying to do it every Friday if I can. If not Friday, then Saturday because I'm off on Saturdays and Sundays. Ooh. How would you go about releasing a client? You want the Capricorn way, you want the biscuit way, or you want the I don't need you to come back way? I'm sorry. Okay. Let me be good. Okay. One, you can tell her, let's first I would say write down why she said all 3. Write down why you don't want that person to come back. Like what has you feeling that way to the point that you don't want to service them anymore, right? I would say write that down and actually think about if it's really worth letting a client go, because only speaking for me, I can tolerate a lot of things. And again, I think that's the Capricorn in me. But um if it's something that's just so unbearable, like they cop an attitude with you, they talking to you disrespectfully, that's an immediate termination. You got to go. But if it's something like maybe they lose 3 nails, or they're not coming back to you like they should after you have consistently told them, you personally need to stay on top of your routine because you work with your hands a lot, you work in water a lot, whatever you do for your job, right? I think that you should write down a list of why you're thinking about terminating that customer or client before you terminate them. Oh, you no longer want to service them. Okay, so if that's just it, then just tell them, I don't want to service you anymore. I think that you should find another client who will be willing to give you all of the necessary needs that you may need when it comes to your nails. You can say that. Something on the lines of that. Right? What Erica say? She retracted the message. Don't be retracting no message. Put it back. Now. I have a question as well, but you passed this part already. Okay, I still want to know your question. Oh, of course. Because only reason I'm saying that, Jeannie, is because yes, we know the clients that give us a lot of attitude or whatnot, but I'm still gonna do you a service because guess what? I still need my money, right? This is how I make money to live. So I just don't want to not do somebody's nails just because they attitude or, you know, I really have to actually write it down because, like I said, I could tolerate a lot of things. I just won't tolerate the disrespect. Like, you're not going to curse me out. You're not going to start fighting and hitting me, all that, you know. We're not going to do that. But, you know, if you lose a nail every week and you got to come back to my chair, okay, you come on back because we're going to charge you that $5 for that nail replacement. So I'm going to hit you up, Jeannie, to kind of talk about that. If you want to go more into detail, no pressure. Erica said, I say who, I say when. I say who? That's from Pretty Woman. Tell them you're limiting your clientele at the moment. Okay, I like that. Hi, Rosa V. Do you know how to apply soft gel tips? Yes, ma'am. Was driving, don't mind me. I'll be sitting in the back of the class. No worries, Nats. The back of the class is good to be. You know, be there. It's okay. No worries. And drive safe. Jeannie, you could always tell them that you can't provide the type of service that they are looking for. Okay. Hit me in if you want to. Okay. That would be great. Girl, just leave. Girl, just leave all 10 nails on my table. Oh, no. Okay. Oh, Lena, let me tell you, sis. This is exactly why I had to pick my topic, because I'm finna tell you, and I just didn't write this. I don't know if you can see that. Chair hopping was my second topic, but I'm gonna say that for another one. Yeah, I got a thing for chair hopping, man. That's a, unless y'all want to get into it, I don't mind doing a 2-for-1 deal. If y'all want to do a 2-for-1 thing, I ain't got no problem. I'll just change the title later. Man, chair hopping is the, whew. She says nope later. Okay, I'm gonna save that for next Friday. You have a video? I should have a video on my channel. I don't have a playlist for it. But yes, she said I like 2-for-1 deals. I think we all do. Let's get into it because that's one of my reasons. Okay. I mean, I'm down for it. Unless y'all want a break, then we can come back in like 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I know everybody's probably driving home. It is 6:18, well, 7:18, 5:18 in these different time zones. Hey, Kai, how are you? Yes. Oh, I'm glad you're able to be here. No, we want more. We want more. We want more. Yes. Okay. You know what? Let's do it. However, I would like to do a separate video for it so that way it can go in order. But if y'all want to do it, let's do it. I can, you know, we've been on here for about 50 minutes. So yeah, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually cut this live, and then I'm gonna start another live, so don't go nowhere. And then I'm gonna title it episode 9, chair hopping, because that was either gonna be the first topic. So you want to hang up and call back? Yeah, let's hang up and call back so we can clear the line. So yes, but first, if you all aren't able to make it back, thank you all so much for coming to episode 8, Why You Tippin', of Diary of a Nail Tech. If you haven't seen my previous episodes for Diary of a Nail Tech, make sure you go check that out. Now, I do have a playlist for that. So we're going to do that. I'm going to come back, and we will get right into it. So thank you all so much for tuning in, and I'm going to flip the script, and we will be right back. So bye. Thank you all so much.